What is up, everybody? This is General Speer here. Welcome back to another episode here on the channel of This Land is My Land. And boy, do I gotta tell you, I have learned quite a bit about this game and whatnot. I like I said before in a previous episode, I have another save that I have loaded up and everything. And I just want to show you guys some things really quick. So if we click on first off, our settlement that we're in here, we see our list of inventory and items. But what I want to do is I want to change up stuff that is essentially what we need just in general to get the camp set up and everything. So I have found through playing and whatnot that we are going to need several materials just constantly. And it's always good to have a backup of these items just in case. So flax, we're going to need quite a bit. I always, on my other playthroughs, I put in 100 just to gather up over time, and then also some wood at the same time. So that's going to be pretty useful to have, and just 100 wood right there. And that will constantly replenish as we use it. Now, obviously, we have very few items left in here of those materials, but those are going to be definitely needed for camp upgrades and whatever else. Same with this other camp. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. We also need to upgrade this camp at some point to make sure that we have sufficient wood and flax and whatever other materials. Now, you'll notice that we have boar pelts that we need for upgrading the camp. I'm not going to do that just yet, but I will go ahead and put in those same orders for both wood and flax. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Get me 100 of flax and 100 wood. And those resources they will go ahead and grab. And of course, the larger the camp, the bigger or the more resource gathering that can happen. Confirm. Okay, so if next we're going to take our ancestral bow from this camp. I already have that, and it turns out that this ancestral bow, I'm going to go ahead and give this wooden bow to our main camp over here, to Nuthatwitz, or Nahatwis, or however you pronounce it. And then I'm also going to go ahead and send... I need to wait until I want to send a few more troops to our outpost over here to make sure that we have more there. Now, we also need to go ahead and show on the map over here. Okay, there is a patrol that we need to go grab. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the ingredients for the bow there. So what's really interesting is, A, we have a bunch of skill points that we're going to use eventually, but B, I didn't realize this, but the other thing that we're going to go is we go into craft, and you'll notice that my health is pretty low. Currently, we don't have the trait that allows for us to regenerate health. There is that trait, but you'll notice that under our healing potions, there are these potions right here, and we can go ahead and create objective for buckbrush tea. And I'm going to go ahead and create enough to make 10, or do a collect ingredients list to make 10 of those. And that will basically unlock, and you'll notice on the top bar there, that we can go ahead and get some buckwheat, buckbrush. And this will allow us to make several healing potions to up our health. We don't have to... There already is that in the game. There's also fireweed here too, which fireweed I also believe, yes, increases the health over 10 seconds. And let's go ahead and craft some buckbrush right now. Right there. And then we can go ahead and use that to regenerate our health. Now we're at 92, 143. Okay, so it's go ahead and increasing. And we've already increased our health some, which is fantastic. I cannot get that one there. Alrighty. So pretty fantastic. We're definitely getting some items and some upgrades. And we can do the same thing for different materials and resources as well. We can go ahead and get some items for bows and for a lot of other materials and resources. But I just want to go ahead and get enough to where I replenish my health and then also have a bit of a surplus at the same time. And this definitely helps for replenishing health, especially at the lower skill levels, especially before we get the regeneration health skill. But the other thing that I want to grab eventually are skills involving under the chief setup. So that's going to be like the tribe gathering, the improved hunting, the leadership bonuses, and whatever else. These are going to be very, very good to have, especially for growing our tribe. And it also is going to help with a bunch of different things. Now, we do have also need the ability to go ahead and improve our, well, really our setup overall. We don't have a whole lot of camps, and I do need to basically kind of improve our standings just overall. And what I'm thinking I'm going to need to do, we have more people gathering wood from for our capital. We do have a patrol on the road here. And we do have this guy over here. I do want to send out one of these warriors to go get some boar pelts, because that's going to be definitely needed. I think I'm going to go ahead and do as I'm going to create enough get enough flax to create the rope, and also generate and put in some wood for this settlement to upgrade, and they can just get boar pelts over time. In fact, I think I'll have both camps go ahead and do that. We'll just get 10 to where we're constantly getting 10 boar pelts. And I know that's quite a bit of orders to do, but that will definitely help in the long run. Now, we do have another forester camp over here. I think this one's back up and running, that's kind of what it looks like. So we're going to need to definitely take care of that. But what I do want to do is I want to go ahead and finish out the quest to get enough buckbrush. That one's the one that's stuck in the rock. So we're just going to kind of walk around and gather some resources. Resource gathering is definitely a big thing in this game. That is for sure. And the previous 2 episodes, it was me trying to figure out, kind of just really to figure out the game and whatever else is going on. But I do have a better grasp of how to kind of strategize and whatnot now. And I have a better idea of how the mechanics and everything works. So that's definitely well and good. Now, like I said in previous episodes, that this is early access, so there might be some things that are subject to change, especially upon release. But resource gathering is definitely going to be a big part of the game for sure. And already I'm enjoying quite a bit. Uh-oh. People were killed in the boar extraction, but we do have some people over here. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get my ancestral bow out. Uh-oh. Ow! Got him. Patrol vanished. Okay. So we're pretty hurt. Where is he? Did he die here in the grass? There he is. He had a bunch of stuff on there. Okay. Well, that was lucky. Got to be careful out here by the main road, because you never know when a patrol might show up. But we will go ahead and heal ourselves by doing this. So we're going to go ahead and use our buckbrush tea. And then we're also going to use our fireweed leaves to replenish more of our health, which is very nice. Some flax, especially to make those rope that we're going to need for the camp, and especially the upgrades of the camp. So early game is definitely something that is a little tough, and admittedly so. The first 2 episodes were definitely a lot of me learning, and I definitely learned a lot off camera in another save. And this is definitely one of those things where, like, I am super excited. You know, we're not gathering any more people there, unfortunately. So, oh, actually, no. Is somebody going out to do pelts? I don't know if anybody actually is. Let's go ahead and select this. Okay. So unfortunately, it looks like that person there is no more. I'm not sure. I can't exactly click on it at the moment. How's this camp doing? Not too well. It's very hard to get things going. It's almost as if you need to pump resources or help out by pumping resources into the camps. That's pretty much what it is. One warrior from the Outer Lands joins. Oh, they joined up in this area over here. Very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this order. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can cancel the order. I'm going to go ahead and begin by doing the same thing in this camp now that we have somebody there now. I'm going to go ahead and get some flax in there. And we need some rope. We also need some wood and boar pelts for this one to upgrade as well. That's going to be a bit. But I'm going to go ahead and just do the same thing for this camp and get some wood and flax going. Just to make sure that there's always a stockpile. And I'm going to go ahead and get some boar pelts in here as well. Just 10 of them. And this will be enough to upgrade, and it'll also be enough to, kind of trade around the different camps, because once you're actually in a camp, you can kind of trade around resources even though you're not at the other camps, which is kind of useful because then you're able to kind of just, build and grow and do whatever else. Still looking for buckbrush, though. But you get the general idea of how this kind of works. I am definitely really excited. Of course, also, upon some viewer requests, I do not have music for this episode, as you might have noticed, except for the intros. I definitely like this game, and I do hope that there is some sort of not necessarily a huge music soundtrack, but it kind of creates the ambience a little bit, kind of just the silence of the world. Ironically, I cannot find any buckbrush. Oh, there's some. There's some that just popped onto my bar just there. By the way, for my General Speer Creates channel, though I have technically finished the cosplay at this point, I am finalizing the final episodes for the series. Both my painting of the armor as well as the fabric video and the unveil, which I'm fairly excited about. The unveil is going to take a little bit to make, but I'm fairly pleased with how those videos are turning out. And I'm in the process of making my my ARC Trooper armor, which is fairly exciting. I've already got several. I've already got one video pretty much ready and finished. Actually, 2 of them, and then I'm working on the parts to the second, or the third one rather. I'm just creating a whole bunch of things at the moment. Additionally, some really fantastic news, and if you're still watching, and I will, of course, make this announcement on multiple videos so that people know, I am now officially a member of the 501st, which is fairly flippin' exciting. I cannot tell you how happy I am. I've already got several troops that I'm signed up for. If people want and are in the area, I will also be at the Silicon Valley Comic-Con in August. So if people want to come out and see me, shake my hand, do some photo ops, I'd be more than happy to. Absolutely. Alright, so I have pretty much collected a bunch of stuff at this point. Flax. Okay, some more stuff are expanding their borders, or the enemy is rather. This is a very interesting game because it is kind of built on border expansion, and we start very, very small, and you'll notice over here in this map area here that this is all kind of the enemy territory, and you'll notice the size difference right away, which is pretty insane, so got to be careful with that. Oh, we do have this camp over here. You have one warrior there. Blung! I could send a warrior over this way, which I might. I might just send one to this area, just to help out a little bit. You'll notice our percentage bar up here, 1.1 of this is my land, and then that's the enemy's land, not 20% basically almost. But this is a fun game. So we're going to go ahead, I think, go back to our camp down here, which is actually not too far away on foot. Not a lot of buckbrush around here, to be honest. I find that kind of shocking. There's more flax. There's a horse here with no, Ooh, there's some buckbrush. That horse is rather hurt. I don't exactly know what happened. Oh, here's some more buckbrush. I found a horse. Get some buckbrush out of the deal. And some flax at the same time. I think it goes to show that you can't have too much flax in this game. Or wood. Yeah, all of a sudden, we're just getting a bunch of buckbrush. But that's how you can, you know, kind of both heal yourself and create objectives for yourself, especially for resource gathering. Which is pretty darn cool. And we're almost at our objective point. Got some more flax at the same time. Very cool. We have completed our objective. Now, it doesn't get us any points, I don't believe. If it does, it gets very, very little. But we have enough to heal ourselves, and I believe also have a surplus at the same time. So let's go ahead and craft. We have enough to make 10, which is quite a bit. This is definitely more than what we need to heal ourselves. And then, like I say, yeah, we'll have a surplus for sure. So we'll go ahead and use. And use again. And use one more time. Yeah, we'll use another one here. Okay, that's pretty good. 345 out of 350. Cool. We won't heal the rest of that, but that'll be okay. Now, it did drain our stamina quite a bit, but that will return eventually. Did I see some hickory there? I did not see some hickory there. Give me the flax. Because I gotta make some rope. I find it's typically pretty good. Oh, here's some hickory. I find it's typically pretty good to focus kind of on one camp at a time, especially for upgrades. So we're back here, and so it's going to take a bit to get upgrades for Nutawis. It needs some boar tusks, some stag pelts, and buffalo pelts. So we can't quite, I don't think we can get that quite yet, just based on our skills. Mainly because we don't have improved hunting, which I believe that's what's needed to unlock said items. 23%, Jesus, we need to get moving. But over here, they don't have any boar pelts. They don't have any boar pelts. Do you guys have boar pelts? You don't. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to go ahead and craft some rope. And we have enough. We actually can craft quite a bit here. Let's see how many we can do. It's 2 per. And this does get us some skill points at the same time. And it's also depleting our weight just a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. It helps. So how much rope do we have? We have 22. Which is pretty darn good. So what we need then is we'll go ahead and put some items in here. I'm going to actually also put in our Coal Frontier, which requires 38 calibers there. I'm actually going to go ahead and put both of them in. Oh, and by the way, shift click moves everything into the inventory. I'm going to go ahead and put some rope in there as well. They need 3 more. And they have the rope. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some wood in. So they at least have enough to upgrade, and now they just need the boar pelts. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm already down here at our camp, and I'm just clicking on that camp. And then I can put some items in there, which is pretty darn cool. I like how that works. I'm going to go ahead and put the ammunition in here, too. I don't need it. And not that they don't have any weapons that require it. But it at least is something. I'm going to go ahead and put the wood in there as well. At the same time. We can always get more. 10. There we go. So they have enough to upgrade there. And then we also, like I said, we just need boar pelts like mad. And that's just going to be a matter of time. Quite literally. Also, the quality of the weapons matters quite a bit. Definitely in terms of our effectiveness. Oh, this guy has 2 boar pelts there. That guy has 6 wood. And he has 1 boar pelt. So that's at least something. I think also they need a pretty good constant supply of arrows. Can I put any arrows in? I could. Might not be a bad idea. I can always make more. So they at least have 10 arrows now. These guys don't have any arrows, so getting that boar pelt is going to be kind of nil. I think what I might do is I might craft a few bows to put in here, as well as some arrows, just so they have something. So that might be what I do next here. So let's go ahead and create an objective to go ahead and make... We also need to do this objective here. Showing the map. They're somewhere around here. And if we kill this group, we can get some skill points out of that. Also on our social... Ooh, I could take another ancestral bow here. That's actually kind of perfect. Go ahead and put it in that area there. They can go ahead and use that. And I'll get some points out of that too. Very cool. Very, very cool. I do want to wait until I can get probably either of these. Though I will say, getting some of these items here Especially if it's probably under Hunter? Yeah. Improves chance of finding more wood, leaves, mushrooms when gathering up to 50%. Which I think might be worth it, especially for the wood. We'll go ahead and do that. So now let's go ahead and create an objective, or let's create an objective here. And I want to first focus on, I think, doing arrows, and I'm going to go ahead and do enough for 20? No, 30. 30 arrows, which is 30 wood. And this will allow for us to get quite a bit. And we're already getting, look at that. We got 1, maybe 2 wood before. We're already getting quite a bit more per tree, which is pretty awesome. So you saw 2 to 3 there. Let's see how many we can get out of this one. We got 3 there. So already our resources gathering has gone up tenfold. At least in terms of the wood. So we'll be able to upgrade or get items faster, basically, which is pretty cool. 2 wood there. 3 wood there. 2 wood there. Ah, this is working like a charm. I'll have to see what it does for like flax and whatever else. That might be a different upgrade altogether, because if I go to our skills, gathering level 2, which would be nice. I think it's under herbalism. That might be the case. Also, skinning level 1 would be nice. But yeah, I think herbalism is where we can get more plants? Or is it just rare plants? I'm not sure. We can try. Let's try this on some flax. 2 flax. Ah, yeah. Okay, so that resource gathering was definitely a good thing. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay, crafted 7 wooden arrows. Ooh, here's a wagon. And nobody's looted it. Oh, nice. Some wolf pelts. We're definitely going to need that, I think, for one of the camper upgrades, I believe. Right? I just want to check that out real quick. No, some stags and buffalo pelts. But I think it might be used for upgrades later on. Which is pretty nice. So that's fairly cool. Oh, this is working like a charm. So I would definitely say that probably the gathering of resources, especially for how much you're going to need early on, and just throughout the game in general, is definitely a good thing to grab as like one of the first skills that you're able to get. And then the same thing for like your tribe and whatnot as well. I think that's definitely a good thing. Some flax. I think we'll go ahead and focus on some flax here as well. Let's go ahead and craft. See, this is something that I would be interested in. If the devs are watching, this would be a good thing. I might mention this to them as well. You'll notice we have craft, but then we can't create an objective. Now, I know, technically speaking, that you could go ahead and just craft these weapons up, but it would also be helpful if this button was also open in case you wanted to create an objective to make more bows. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that you wouldn't be able to just create an objective even when you're already able to craft them. It's really weird that way. At least in my mind. I think that would make much more sense in that sense. But little things. Little things. But let's go ahead and craft some arrows. Not only for ourselves, but also for the camps, like I said. Okay, so now we can go ahead and create an objective. And I want to create and craft... I want to be able to craft 6. So 2 per settlement that we can add. So we're going to need flax and hickory, of which we're going to get plenty, especially with our resource gathering now. Which is pretty darn awesome. So this game is definitely a lot more fun. But we're getting close to pretty close to episode end. So this is pretty much this is gonna be me gathering enough resources. I might go a little bit longer here, not too much longer. But you get the idea. Resource gathering is definitely a big thing in this game. And having that upgrade definitely helps a lot. Whew, the resources. All the resources. But that's pretty cool that we're able to create those objectives. That way we can, you know, kind of be a little bit more organized with how we do things. Definitely not dying nearly as much as before. In fact, I haven't died once in this episode so far, which is pretty cool. All right, now we can craft our bows. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we are overloaded, which is unfortunate, but we can go ahead and head back to camp. And you guys don't need to see this bit. I think the next episode we're going to try to see if we can expand. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to expand quite yet, but I do want to get to the point where we can do some stuff and things. We are, like I said, we are overloaded here. And ooh, some brown mushroom. I'll take some of that. But I'm going to go ahead and do a trek back to camp here. But that's going to pretty much do it for this episode, ladies and gentle peeps. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all are enjoying the series. I cannot wait until the full release of this game. It's going to be several months still, but I am fairly flippin' excited for this. But if you like the video, guys, thanks. Go ahead and Hulk smash that like button down below. It lets me know that you're enjoying the series, and definitely go ahead and show your support on the channel. Also, feel free, of course, if you're new. First off, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate all the love and support. And I hope you enjoy the content and everything. Go ahead and Hulk smash that subscribe and notification button such that you can get all the updates here on the channel. And, of course, for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. If you've watched this far, type down natives rule. Sure, we'll do that. Ooh, some more boar and flax and wood are being sent out to go get. Nice. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you enjoy This Land Is My Land. I'm definitely enjoying this game, and can't wait for next episode. Thank you all for watching. May the force be ever in your favor. Oh no, an Native American died.